Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Saquon Barkley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground, usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Jones. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On first down, it's Gurley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Hey, watch 13. Watch him now, Barney. Gun.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Lets this one rip to him. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have
nowhere to go here, he lost the football. And the Bills have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a Cordero Patterson, the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now it's Gurley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
Jones to throw on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Woods. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Gurley again here on first down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Here's Jones looking to throw on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
handoff for Gurley. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the gun, Jones. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Jackson on first down. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And now Jackson will look to throw it. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They go with a fullback line. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now it's Jackson, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to break up 4th. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Bills getting set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On second down, here's Jackson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first and 10. Jones. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Jones to throw from his end zone. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Jones operating from the gun. And left side here, it's Graham. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Here's Jones on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Looking for Woods that time. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Oh, shifty. Whoa. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Jackson. The left side completion to Jones. 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And Jackson throwing once more. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Julio Jones, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And here come the Bills. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down, Jones. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go play action here on 1st down. And, oh, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Khalil Mack in there to drop him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 48. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue, landing.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's a give to Barkley. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
On 2nd down, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by K'Von Webster. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bobby Wagner able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Throwing Jones. Lets this one rip toward Graham. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. And that'll cut the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And running with power here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And oh, he coughed it up. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That's it, baby. Go!
Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. And his throw here is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Detroit!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jones operating from the gun. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trey Boston, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Jones throwing on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go.
Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. And a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.